Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Lesia the Preacher. I think it's Thursday and it's like 6 a.m. Thursday morning. I don't know what time this video will actually load, but that's what time it is now. The past couple days, I've had a lot on my mind, and I'm dealing with some things, and things in my life are becoming more clear and obvious on what needs to be done. Some may think that I'm being emotional. And I'm one of those people. Emotions is not a bad thing. God gave us emotions for a reason. He gave us emotions, you know. But I believe that what I've been going through the past few days is very clear. Very clear, very logical. Are emotions included? Heck yeah, it better be. Don't make not one decision that doesn't include all of who you are. If you leave your emotions out of a decision, then you're lacking some good input. You're lacking your ability to be more accurate. And I think that's what men rely on women for. They want us to think like them, act like them, by suggesting that we not be, emotional creatures. And they gonna say, well, we just don't want you to use all emotions. Well, who's gonna do that anyway? What woman, what person, human being relies 100% on emotions? It's not even possible. We have too much else going on to rely on one thing to do anything with. I can't rely on all logic. I can't rely on all emotion. I can't rely on all knowledge. Not all knowledge is good. So it's like, all knowledge is useful, but may not be, good to utilize in a particular decision. So I think it's time out that we stop accusing women of being emotional. And because we're emotional, we're discredited or can't be taken serious or just dumb. Our emotions make us dumb when men have the same exact emotions as women. And I don't know how they assume that they make decisions without their emotion. Again, it's just a way to create division among the genders. So women, don't let men make you feel like you're being too emotional. That's how God made us. And, again, Adam didn't appreciate Eve. We ain't going to be appreciated, so it is what it is. Time out. It says time out. That's our angel message. Time out. Ladies. Take time for a much needed break and relax. That's what we have to do sometimes. Just take some time out to relax. Especially after the business is handled. Once the business is handled, once things are figured out, once, you've made your major decisions using all of you, logic, emotions, knowledge, education, you have to take in consideration everything when making any decision. I believe when men start doing that, it'll include more people. their decisions will be more accurate. Their decisions will benefit more than just them. When men use more of who they are to make decisions, similar to what women do, then their decisions will include more people. I think when women make decisions, we make decisions with the consideration of everyone. I think when men make decisions, it's really limited to them. Just my experience. I could be wrong. Yeah. And there's a lot of men, they don't want their significant other and children and family members to benefit from their life at all. They don't want nobody to benefit or profit off of their labor. They feel like, hey, I work hard for this. This is mine. You know, whether you my wife, your kids, you get your own. You know, and I think in the Black community, that's why it's hard for us to have generational wealth, because we feel like every man for himself, and what I work hard for is for me. You know, but in my family, we're like 3-4 generations deep, looking out for each other. Each generation adds to the pot of generational wealth. Not rich, because Lord knows I ain't rich. It ain't about having a bunch of money, but it's about what little bit God allows you to manifest in your generation. Take care of that, and teach your kids to take care of it while we're all alive. Train each other to appreciate it, take care of it, to be aware of it, everything. And then, you know, it'll be maintained for the next generation. That's how I was raised. That's all I know. So, but a lot of Black people, especially men, struggle with that big time. You know, having life insurance policies, leaving houses for their kids. You know, they struggle with that, taking care of their family. You know. Okay, well, I have a spread here, and I have the Two of Swords, but it came in reverse. The Two of Swords came in reverse, which means that we women, I guess my ministry, I guess, is very woman focused. My ministry, you know, very few men can appreciate what I say, and that's okay. You know, it is what it is. I'm a woman, and I want other women to do well. You know, and I believe when women do well, men automatically do well, because women's decisions include everybody physically, everybody emotionally, everybody financially. When we make decisions, even when our emotions is tied up in the process of decision making, with the logic, with history, with generational thinking, when you take all that in consideration, women, we're going to decide what's best for everybody. And sometimes, like if we're, you know, with a partner, a man, and you have kids and stuff involved, and let's say you're separated, going through a divorce or something like that, sometimes we women have to wait and see what kind of decisions the man makes. You know, and once he, you know, reveal what his intentions and his heart and decisions are, then we can know how to negotiate. Because again, men's decisions usually benefit them alone, and women's decisions benefit everybody else. You know what I mean? Themselves and everybody. And women will sacrifice ourselves to make sure everybody else have what they need. That's just who we are and what we are and what we do. We'll sacrifice ourselves over and over again to make sure everybody else in the household has what they need. So again, we're trying to make decisions here. But our decisions, most of us women, we have to kind of have an idea where the frame of mind the man is. And God can reveal it. Even if you're dealing with a quiet man, God can still reveal what's in his heart. God can still reveal what's on his mind concerning you and the family. He can reveal it. And once he reveals it, then you can make choices. See, it's upside down when someone else's decisions dictate what go on in your life. When somebody else's mindset, their decisions, their power is the dominant one, you're in reverse. But once God shows what's going on in their mind, going on in their heart, once God brings it to the forefront, then you can clearly make your decisions and communicate them accurately. I'm blessed with a math spirit. When it comes to math and logic and even people that says you delusional, you're extreme, you're what else am I being called? Emotional, whatever. All the stuff men say we women are guilty of. But at the end of the day, once they make up their mind, then we can go from there. We know what to do. We know how to bust some moves. But a lot of times, we're in the reverse, waiting. Well, the wait is over. The wait is over. And it's okay what they call you. Once you start making your decisions based on what's been revealed in their heart, based on what's revealed in their mind, you good. And they're gonna talk about you. And again, this is air energy. A lot of conversations. No more being torn between things. Women, as long as we looking out for everybody involved, we know our decision is the best. And then we have the Emperor energy. The Emperor energy. Let me read up on the Emperor energy. Hold on. Because it says here is Aries energy. Once male energy make up their mind, once they make up their mind and address what's in their heart, it creates stability. Then we women can be just a little more accurate. Whatever the man come up with, we can make it a little more accurate and create stability. So the Emperor energy is that stability. As soon as men make up their mind, then we women know what stability we have. We know what stability we have. But I'm going to look up this Emperor card because, a lot of us are trying to make some decisions that benefit the rest of our lives, affect the rest of our lives. It sets up the rest of our lives, and not our lives, but our kids' lives, our grandkids' lives, for generations to come. When you got somebody that's blocking your generational blessings, speaking negative to it, attacking it, something has to be done. Don't take that shit lightly. Don't let people threaten you. Don't let people discount you, eliminate you. Act like your thoughts, your heart, your mind don't matter to them. Some of us been living like that for years. We're in these relationships and the other person don't even consider you. They don't even think about you, what you want. It's all about what they want, their career, their money, their reputation, their image. The Emperor. Let's take a look. I always say, when you're in a relationship and you're equally yoked, y'all both have the same circumstances and yoke around your neck. When one person rises, the other person rises. You know what I mean? One person slouch, the other person's going to slouch a little bit too. You know, so it's really impossible for a successful marriage for one person to be up here and the other person to be way down there. There is no equal yoking. There is no yoke. It's impossible for one person to be way up here and look like they're the best person in the world and the other person is the worst person in the world. And you're supposed to be yoked. Equally yoked means that it's really hard for one person to rise without the other. It is really hard for the other person to sink without the other. When you're yoked. But, you know, the Emperor, stability, power. See, you know, we live in a male-dominated system right now. It's shifting. The energy is shifting. You know, Kamala Harris is proof. Kamala Harris is proof that the energy is shifting. She already claiming presidency. She's being voted in as VP, but she like, I'm the president. I don't care what the titles are. I am the president. You know, so it's changing. It is changing. Yes, it's changing. But right now, today, in many of our lives, men, the male energy is the stability, has all the power. Yeah, yeah. But again, as men become more clear with their intentions, can be honest what's in their heart, and if they can't, God still will show that. Some people are quiet on purpose just because they don't want you to know who they are. They don't want you to know them. They don't. They take pride in keeping you in the dark. Take pride in it. Keeping you in the dark. Keeping you guessing. But see, when people don't realize that you're intuitive, that you got the Holy Ghost. In my case, I got the Holy Ghost. Speaking in tongues. Everything. So no matter how quiet you are, oh, God gonna show me what's in there. Yes, He is. And when He do, show me what's in your heart as a man, then I can make the best decisions for the family. Because, see, the Six of Pentacles came in reverse. You know, once the man reveal his plan, then the woman will know how to move forward. And again, everything is dependent on each other, but the Six of Pentacles imply that you're gonna give back. You're gonna give to those who are in need. You give to those who are in need. You know, that's what we women do. Yeah. Once we make the decisions, then everybody go eat. Everybody go eat. Everybody go have housing. Everybody's going to be taken care of generationally. And you don't have to beg for it. Don't make people get on their knees to beg for crumbs. People shouldn't have to beg for your crumbs. I'm not your family, not your own kids, not your wife, not your husband. You know, nobody should have to beg for what's generationally invested. Because I think I have the word invest right here. Invest. You know, we're supposed to take care of each other. Supposed to. Without expectation and begging. We're supposed to create balance in each other's life. See how the scale of balance is in his hand? You know, he's the masculine energy. He has the power to feed everybody else. But he needs to balance everything out. You got to keep balance. You know, your pinnacles, your blessings, your earthly generational wealth. You know, you keep balance among those that you feed. But let me look up the card. You know I like to read the card. So Six of Pentacles. I sound a little nasal. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Come on. Wow. Yeah, but there's been a lot going on. And like I told you guys, we're going to work our way through this year. You know, this is the year that we got to push through the confusion. Push through the confusion so that we can make clear decisions. Ask God. Women, if you got the kind of man that don't talk to you and don't listen to you, don't tell you what his plans are, don't want you to know anything about him. You know, even if it's your husband, some women are married to men and don't even know what their income is. You don't know what kind of income your husband really got. Some men don't feel like their family, their wife and family, have the right to know their business and don't have the right to benefit. So, but God will reveal it anyway. He'll reveal it anyway. Yes, he will. The intentions and the desires of men's hearts. You know, I'm looking for Pentacles. I don't know why I can't find it. But yeah, you know, there is nothing that can be hidden from God. Nothing can be hidden from God. And when God wants to give up your information, man, God gonna let it be known. No matter what you hiding, no matter what you got going on, in your heart, in your mind, in your silence, he gonna reveal it. Yes, he will. Okay, so we got the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Six of Pentacles. One in the disguise of a merchant weighs money in a pair of scales and distributes it to the needy in distress. Presents, gifts, gratification. Another account says attention, vigilance. Now is the accepted time, present prosperity. So now is the time to give and receive. Give and receive. You got to balance. You know. And those who are struggling with being givers, you're struggling with giving, you know, material things to family and friends. Well, God's there to help you. He's going to help you give it up. He's going to help you. That's right. Because all of this is God's resource. Your career, your booming career, the fact that you have a wife, the fact that you have children, all that is a gift from God. All of it. And He utilizes those resources that He give you as He see fit. And He knows how to take the resources that He give you and how to feed other people. Because not everybody has the wherewithal to be financially independent in this world system. This world system is rigged. It's not rigged for the majority of us to be successful. It's rigged for a small percentage to be successful. And all the rest of us are beggars. So when men act like the world system, they got the job, they got the reputation, they got the wherewithal, they got all the goodness, the fat that God, But when they treat their own wife and children, like they less than them, or has to beg them, or earn to eat, then it's just something not right about that. That's all I can say. So we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. Even though there's a lot of prosperity, the wands I look as prosperity, it looked like there's conflict, conflict over it. So this is the time for men. God is gonna reveal. He's revealing the things in your heart. Even if you're trying your best to be quiet. Even if you're trying your best to just be mean. He don't care. God gonna show your hand. He is. No matter how smart you are, He gonna show it. Because He know women need to iron out details right now. He know women need to be fair. He know that women are going to feed everybody. And we ain't gonna make nobody beg, get all on their knees and beg. Women have a way of balancing stuff out between logic and emotions and knowledge of the world, people around us, and history. We take it all into consideration when we make a decision. Let me see. I'm going to see what's on the bottom of the deck. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. So we have the Two of Swords where, decisions need to be made right now. Because again, as we lead 2020, we want to have this shit figured out. We want women. We got to understand. And we got to be empowered as we go into 2021. And God knows that the communication between the man and the woman right now is shot to hell. Most couples can barely say hi without disagreeing. Hi? What you mean hi? You know what I mean? Good morning. What you mean good morning? You know what I mean? That's how tough it is out here for relationships and communication right now between men and women. We can't even agree on good morning or hello without going off. But that's okay. That's okay, because God is still finding ways of showing women what's in a man's heart, and vice versa. It might be the man who's the oppressed one in a situation, and God might be showing the man what's in the woman's heart, But I'm a woman, so I speak from, the advantage of a woman, okay? Especially since I'm, going through separation and stuff myself. You know what I mean? So I speak from my personal perspective, but there are men on here who speak from that male perspective. I think I found a guy. He was really good. I listened to everybody, you know, because in order to be fair to everybody involved, including that man, you know, all his children, family, everybody, you know, neighbors and friends, who all y'all interact with, in order to be fair to everybody, um, you know, I forgot where I was going with that. You know, you just have to take it all into consideration. But we have the Two of Wands here, the Two of Wands. So, let me see, Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Because with this one, it's all about making decisions. The Two of Wands is about taking action. Once God reveals to you what's in the other person's heart, and it clears up what decisions you need to make concerning everybody, including them, including them, then you got to take action. This is a fire energy. You got to take action. You know, some of y'all like, you know, I got to separate from this person. I got to get a divorce. I don't want to, but based on what's being revealed by God, you know, once God make it clear to you what the decision is, you got to move on it. It ain't about what you want. Because some things in people's hearts ain't right. What's in their heart ain't right. And you got to protect yourself and your family for anything that's negative in their heart. You got to protect yourself. It's just life. Nothing personal, nothing emotional about it, just facts. Two of Wands, it says, a tall man looks from a battleground, a battlemented, okay, roof over sea and shore. He holds a globe in his right hand and a staff in his left, rest on the battlement. Another is fixed in a ring. The rose and cross are lily. It should also be noticed on the left side, right here. Between the alternative readings, there is no marriage possible on the one hand, riches, fortune, magnificence, and on the other, physical suffering, disease, charging, sadness. Okay, the design gives one suggestion. Here is a lord overlooking his dominion, and alternatively contemplating a globe. It looks like the malady, the mortification, the sadness of Alexander amidst the grandeur of his world's wealth. Okay, so again, you know, once you know where you're headed, because, you know, it's like you have two destinations. Either you're going to go the successful route or the destructive route. You know, between the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, you got to decide which road to take. And if you're in a family situation, you know, once that male energy, if he's in control, if he has all the power, all the money, all the stability, once the person who's in control show their hand, then the people around them can know what to do. They can know what to do. The people around us can we can choose our fate at that point. We can move forward. We can iron fight through the details. I mean, we're all going to come out winners, but we're just fighting over the details, you know. Like when you're going through a divorce and you have to divide up property, you know. There's no loss because everybody going to leave with something, you know. But you still got to iron through the details. You still got to, you know, let the desires of your heart be revealed so that people can weigh out the details and know how to make sure everybody get fed. But when you feed people, you don't want nobody begging. You know, you don't want family members to feel like any family inheritance or generational wealth has to be begged for, or they got to jump through some crazy hoops. You know, if God blessed you to be in this position, then be glad to have the resources to be a blessing to other people. There's no reason to feel used. There's a lot of men in their family, and they may have large families, and they may be the only one working right now. Nobody else in the family is gainfully employed but them. And they may feel like everybody is using them. Well, it was a calling on your life for this position. It was a calling by God. And to be halfway through the process and feel like maybe God abandoned you and letting people use you, then that means you really need to go into the Word. You really need to pray and ask God to show you why you feel like people using you. Why you think that way. Why do you think generational wealth and family inheritance is negative? Why is that? It's not. It's a blessing. And nobody, no family member should have to kiss your ass for it. No. That's not what it's based on. And not everybody has the wherewithal, not everyone is in a position to be financially secure. Not everybody is, especially if you're not raised that way. If you're not raised to be financially secure, if you're not raised to be set up generationally with wealth, then you won't know any better. If you're not treated right, then you're not going to know to treat your family right when it comes to inheritance, generational wealth. You're not going to know how to balance the scales so that your power and authority can be fair and feed everybody. And feed everybody without them having to beg or feel less than you. Feel less than you. You know, people abuse their authority, their leadership and headship when they compare themselves to the people that they serve. When you compare yourself to the people that you serve, then you're at risk of being an abusive leader because you're in a lead position because God put you there. And the people below you, you know, your wife, your kids, your grandkids, you know, they're not using you. They're your family. They're your family. You're supposed to feed them. You're supposed to provide. That's your job as a man. Period. And the best time to raise your kids is when they're young. You raise them when they're young. You don't raise your kids when they're old, when they're grown already. You teach them to be responsible when they're young. Yeah. So that's my reading for today. Um, I want everybody to be blessed. And women, and if you're a man and it's applied to you, great, great. Take some time out, you know, um, for much needed to relax, okay? Because, God has revealed some stuff recently or real soon will be revealed to you about how to move forward with your life. Either you're going to move forward as a complete family unit where everyone's on the same page, everyone is working together for the same wealth, everyone is working together to maintain and secure the wealth, or this is the time to iron out the details, go ahead and separate it all out. Either you together or you separate that shit out, because it's time out for fighting for resources that God already gave us. Fighting over resources that God sent. God did. But when that happened, then God has to separate it out, and take power away from people that, don't use their power correctly. That don't use their power in a balanced way, you know. So God is good. Again, we're gonna push through this year. We're gonna deal with stuff, tough stuff. Deal with the tough stuff. Whether it hurts your head, whether it brings tears down your face, it don't matter. It gotta be dealt with. Hard stuff, big decisions, gotta be made now in order to be ready in 2020 for a whole new life. To be ready for what's left. Because once you start splitting stuff up, then you got to see, okay, what's left? What am I left with after this separation, after this divorce? What am I left with, and where do I go from here? Okay. Well, I love you guys. This message was kind of hard, It's basically a separation or a divorce message, or, that kind of thing. And these kind of readings are never easy, but but just know that, it's all divine. God is separating. He's doing a separation. He's separating the wheat from the tare. Only God can